Ciao a tutti! Welcome to today's pizza class. I am Jacopo, I'm a virtual studio teacher and a company dancer. I'm gonna be teaching you how to make your own pizza margherita from scratch. We're gonna start with a cup of warm water. It needs to be warm because it needs to activate the yeast, which is this one, not that. 1 teaspoon of sugar. So we make sure that we feed the yeast. Then you're gonna use 1 teaspoon of yeast. And then you can stir this one. 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Put Italian olive oil. And stir this again. Now, for 1 cup of warm water, the equivalent is 2 cups of flour. Okay, so that's pretty easy to remember. I'm using pizza flour, a flour which is a bit higher in protein. Add the salt as well, 1 teaspoon. And start stirring. Grab some flour. In Italian we say wash your hands with flour. And you start by working your dough in the bowl. So before taking it out, you just add some more flours, sprinkle some flour on your tabletop. And then you can grab this and work it. So theoretically, you should be working this dough for like at least 20 minutes. What's really important though is not to add too much flour. So if you think that it's too sticky and you can't work with it anymore, then maybe add some oil to your hands. Just a little bit. And there it is. Maybe you can put some Italian music in the meantime, like Peppino di Capri. There is your anti-stress. There it is. It's been 20 minutes and I'm still here kneading the dough. It should be really soft, a bit pillowy, easy to, play with, like this. Okay, you can do whatever you want with it. Roll it so that it's easier to divide it in 2 little balls. There it is. And there you have. So this is going to be your first pizza. There it is. And it's going to be your second pizza. Place it here. Just sprinkle some flour again, because you don't want the dough to stick. It's just like... pizzas are resting, and in the meantime we can think about the toppings. The main thing is the tomato sauce. You can buy polpa here, which is finely chopped tomatoes. Okay, you want that texture, so you want something really dense. But if you want to learn how to make your own polpa or passata from scratch, I think my mom can help us with that. Ciao, come stai?
Oh, cosa stai facendo?
Ti volevo chiedere se puoi spiegare come fai la passata di pomodoro fatta in casa.
Oddio,
queste! Ma
no, bella occasione, diventerò famosa.
Esatto.
Scusa, la salsa di pomodoro, io per dire la verità, caschi perché a fagiolo, perché questi prodotti siano belli rossi e maturi. Allora, praticamente tu li devi tagliare, devi farlo, ma sai che ho pensato che potrei fare anche io danza classica?
Ma smettila.
Però magari ne riesce.
Va bene, allora sabato ti voglio vedere a lezione perché ti aspettano,
Gran plie. Oddio, mi gira la testa. Allora, bisogna mettere qua i pomodori.
Ok.
Cipolla grossana. Prendo la pentola. Allora, ho messo di nuovo il pomodoro a pezzettoni, cipolla, basilico. Dopo una manciata di sale grosso. Metti a cucinare e dopo copri. I pomodori così facendo si scottano e devono cucinare una mezz'oretta.
Ok.
Bene, poi di zucchine, ma non...
Ma no.
Ma no!
Allora, mi sono lavate le mani che ho toccato il coniglio. Anche stando a casa dobbiamo essere felici, belli e curati. La pumaruola, va. Eccola, la vedi? Madonna, manca solo no, manca solo l'ingrediente, la zucchina non va nella pumaruola. Prendiamo una bacinella, come vuoi, anche un'altra pentola, no? E ci appoggiamo il passino. Vedi la salsa, vedi i pezzi di basilico e di cipolla che si sono cucinati, li vedi?
Sì.
Mettiamo dentro il passino.
Ok.
E come ti dicevo, restano le bucce e i pezzi che non più grossolani, va bene?
Ok.
No. Ecco, Jacopo, questo è il risultato. La consistenza questa va bene per la pizza.
Grazie mamma. Perfetto, grazie mille.
Prego, amore della mamma!
Now, we are going to open this can, pour it in here, season with salt, oregano, dried is good, and you're just gonna mix this. Next, we're going to need our fresh mozzarella. Pour all the liquid here. Okay, this is a mess. We have our mozzarella, so it's already dry. Just make sure to squeeze it a tiny bit. Just gonna put it on the side. Okay, so we've got our dough after 8 hours. I know it doesn't look great, but it's because I already punched it. So the first thing you have to do is this. You want to work your dough from the inside towards the outside and not the other way around. If you touch your dough too much, what happens is that you're going to lose all of the air that was formed. You want to work it, so if you cross your fingers like this way, and then you pick it up and you do it the other way. Okay, well. And I don't know how to do that thing with my fingers. Now, what you want to do is push the flour inside. You're gonna slap it down and then the other way. So you're gonna get rid of the excess of flour. Do you see that the bubbles are still in the dough? That's because we are pushing them towards the outside rather than just pressing down. Work it as little as possible. So I'm not gonna touch this anymore. Pizza needs to be cooked at the highest temperature possible. The problem is that with our oven at home, we usually can't reach a temperature that is higher than 250 degrees. What we can do is pre-cook the pizza on a cast iron skillet. If you don't have this one, you can even use, those pans that you use to fry the crepes, for example. If it is a normal frying pan, just make sure to remove the handle, especially if it's plastic, because it's gonna melt down. Move it from the stovetop into the oven. That way you're gonna get a really good cook of the base, and then you're gonna place it in the oven at the highest rack. So you make sure that it gets a really nice char on top. We're gonna place our pizza in here. Top it with tomato sauce first. Just make sure not to cover the crust. Take your mozzarella, squeeze it a bit more to get rid of the moisture. Tear this mozzarella apart like this and just randomly place it on your pizza. Now, I'm not going to use all of it because we want the pizza to taste like tomato and not just like cheese. Some oil on top like this. Fresh basil. There it is. That's your pizza ready for the stovetop. We are going to leave the pizza on the stovetop until it starts to rise again. So you'll see some little air bubbles creating again. When you see that, that's your indicator to know when to move your pizza from the stovetop to the oven. Move it to the top level. So just up here. Shut the door and let the pizza cook for the next 5 to 7 minutes. Our pizza is ready. And here it is. That's your pizza margherita.